everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the very cool Ougon Musou Kyoku X for the Xbox 360. It was developed by 7th Expansion, published by Alchemist, and interestingly enough, it was originally released as a self-published PC game at Comiket in 2010, and this 360 version was released a year later. It's actually a spin-off game to a series of murder mystery visual novels. It takes place on Rokkenjima Island, where a mysterious series of murders and disappearances have taken place. Is this the work of mysticism, or is there a psychopath on the loose? Or maybe it's both. The story changes a bit depending on which characters you choose, and obviously everyone has their own unique ending. Ougon Musou Kyoku X is a 2D tag fighting game and plays a lot like some other modern 2D fighters. Arc System Works, for example, comes to mind. It's very fast-paced and fun with some really tight controls and plenty of opportunity to pull off some insane combos. Tagging in and out can be added into combos as well, and each of the game's 13 playable characters has a unique special ability that only they can use, on top of a long list of special moves and super combos. And speaking of, that's something that this game does a little differently. As you fight, instead of building up your own super combo gauge, you build up your partners. So if you're playing really well, they'll have a full stock of super combos when you tag them in. Another cool feature is the meta world. Essentially, you can change the look of the stage and enter into a powered up state at the cost of one super combo, and while in the meta world, you can perform your character's meta super attack, which does a ton of damage and looks awesome. Bear in mind though that your opponent can cancel out your meta world by activating their own. This game really does feel like an amalgamation of features from some other really good fighting games like Guilty Gear and Arcana Heart, but it still manages to maintain its own unique style, and most importantly, it plays really well and it's a lot of fun. The only complaint I really have with Ougon Musou Kyoku X is the limited gameplay modes, essentially just arcade, versus, and training. It does feature Xbox Live connectivity, but that's about it. There's a record area where you can monitor how much you use each character, a replay mode to play back your favorite matches, and there's also a nice gallery mode, which is always appreciated. But still, a survival mode, tournament, or even some mini-games would have been welcome additions. It still doesn't change the fact that the gameplay itself is great though. The presentation is also outstanding. It's kind of hard for me to believe that this is essentially an indie game. It was originally self-published, although obviously made by some very talented people. The graphics are great with some very colorful and detailed stages, and they look even cooler when you switch to the meta world. The character designs are also awesome. The whole game has a gothic, Victorian era feel mixed with anime, which really reminds me of Death Smiles actually. I think it's great. The soundtrack is fantastic. It's a blend of classical and even choir style music mixed with heavy metal, again reminding me a bit of Guilty Gear, with songs that make me think of Holy Orders, for example. You also get 2 separate intros in this game, both with their own song and both being really excellent. There's even quite a lot of voice acting included, which is cool too. On the whole, this is a very well made game with great graphics, a very cool visual style, and an amazing soundtrack, all of which complement its top-notch gameplay.
僕の覚悟をぶつけよう。僕の真理を感じましょう。権力、体力、暴力、これが王者の技だ。真実は揺るがない。そら青の一撃だ。よっとエレガントにいくぜ。どうだ。エレガントにいくぜ。どうだ。真実は揺るがない。その力は
まだ残りのそれゴミがそれ来ないで。中心軸を固定してジャックメイト。
So this is a really great game, and I can easily recommend it to fighting game fans, especially if you feel like you've played pretty much everything out there. This one seems to have flown under the radar. It's not region free, unfortunately, so you'll have to either have a Japanese Xbox 360 or go for the PC version if you want a copy. It's typically between $20 and $30 on eBay, which I'd definitely be comfortable paying. If you're in the market for a fast-paced, stylish, and very fun fighting game, then definitely go for Ougon Musou Kyoku X. It's awesome.
あの日のかけら